The name of our project is VR Kamyashino. For our concept, this is a sound-driven immersive sonic environment project, which enables the users to be immersed in a Japanese temple soundscape. It provides the users an instant culture experience adventure without actually traveling to Japan. The player can experience the native culture by hearing various traditional sounds. For example, the temple bell sound, Japanese instrumental sound, and relax in such a cozy place to find their inner peace. Here is our journey map. And our goal is that the audience understand the Japanese culture through voice and interaction. Our audience can be divided into 3 parts: sound course student, Japanese culture lover, and VR game player. And the player can experience the native culture by hearing various traditional sounds. And our thing is how to make players experience the best. About visualize, we try to build a sound-driven immersive sonic environment. For our first prototype, the sound can only be heard if the player uses controller to interact with objects and find some player testers to experience it. Before our final prototype, we made several iterations based on player testers' feedback to form a more realistic and immersive experience. First, we're gonna add a play on awake looping sounds. For example, bell and bird singing sounds that can be heard in a certain range. Second, we're going to add more interactable objects in the temple's room.
The technical diagram shows how the technology is configured, the input, throughput, and output. We also distinguish and label each section by using different colors. First, when the player uses controller to do input, the data will be sent to Unity. Second, the Unity will trigger interaction with objects, and the interaction will extract data from a Unity component named audio source. The audio source is where we use to store sounds that had already been recorded with H4n and edited by using Audition. Third, the audio source will turn the 2D sound into the 3D sound and send to the headphone. Fourth, the headphone will transmit the audio data to the left and right channel and finally enables the player to experience 3D sounds immersively. As we are doing a VR project, the room setup will be the most essential element of the aesthetic consideration. Here is a diagram showing the settings. For the room setup, we'll need a large room to ensure the player can have enough space to play. We plan to divide the room into 2 main areas. The first area will be experience area, and it will occupy most space of the room. This area is designed for the player to experience the game without interruption. The second area is computer operating area. The problem solver will be in charge of technical issues, and the observer will take notes while they're playing. There will also be an assistant to help the player to wear their VR devices and solve their problems.
For our user experience on page 6, we aim to create different thing, which one is outside, one is inside. So for the inside, we want to create a unique, pure, quiet, silent sense to user, so they can try different objects from Japan. Like you can see the bottle and sake and even the floor. They have different unique sense from what user normally cannot experience, and so we want to create a sound from them and make them feel they're in the place but as isolated. And for page 7, this is more about the ambient and the sound from the nature. We can see there are bell and trees outside. We want to create a unique, isolated, silent sound from them, because normally user cannot experience a, a quiet place in like quiet temple in Japan, because there are always people and crowded, so there are many noise which people cannot experience the calm from the Japanese culture, because as we think the calm is one of the important aspect from Japan. And we can hear the sound from the bird on the tree, the sound from the bell with the reverb, which was amazing. And that's the two different things. So we also have different unique things set up from outside to inside. So there are a lot of places user can experience.
The main code we're using in Unity for our project is actually collision. So it means when two objects collide, will trigger something. So in our case, when the sake bottle touch the cup player was using to drink, it will trigger the sound of pouring water, pouring the wine. And also we're using another one as when people player taking a sushi and eat that, we will just destroy that sushi when people sushi and people collide. We just destroy the sushi to make that vanish as people eat, then also trigger a sound as they're eating. So also for the 3D sound, we using something changing in Unity as well. For example, the bell sound, as you can see here, the range here shows that whenever people inside that range, they can hear the sound of the bell. And if they stand far away, they will hear the sound far away. The volume of sound will getting smaller. And when they getting near to the bell, you will hear the sound like louder and clearly as well. So we're using that to let people distinguish the places of the sound and where the source of the sound come from. You can go and search for that as well. So here's our final project prototype. I'll just show that to you. And here is our reference.